Good morning and welcome to this edition of the Artistic Abstract and welcome to this edition. Welcome to this edition of the Artist Abstract. Thanks for joining. We're going to have a nice cup of coffee this morning, one of my favorites. It's Boss Coffee from Japan. I absolutely love it. It's just great all the way around. So, let's get started. So one of the things that I have done is I got back on my diet and hit it hard. We've hit a new goal. I now weigh 263.5, I believe. So that is incredibly awesome. And in addition to that, I've been working on the trip, working on my Japanese. I've been making some art. I'm working on with a friend of mine to make some t-shirts for the trip. So we got a lot going on, and I'm going to show it to you all in this brief episode of the Artist Abstract. So let's dive right into it. So I've been doing this diet thing. In the morning I usually do like a 2 egg sandwich, and then at lunch I do my chicken fried rice, and then for dinner I've been doing like this banana yogurt protein slash meal supplement shake. Delicious, absolutely good. I'll get into the diet segment of I'll get into the diet segment on another episode. But for this, I just wanted to show you that I've been losing weight and I've been keeping with the goal. And I even did a cooking episode this week of the Artist Abstract where I made my chicken fried rice, or at least my version of it. So definitely go check that one out. So as for the trip, I'm going to show you a little bit of a tutorial on how I'm making my trip, or at least what it looks like now. And then when I start doing my travel segment, I will go into full detail on a tutorial on how to make your trip for Japan, or really where anywhere else you go. So that'll be cool and awesome. It's a great platform, and it's a great tool to be able to plot precisely and plan a trip time-wise and events-wise, and to see if it's even realistic to get done. Tutorial on how to use Google Maps, which is a phenomenal tool and a great asset in planning any trip, whether it be locally or internationally. So, as we all know, that my trip in 51 days now is to Tokyo. And with that being said, we will look at some of the aspects of it. So here we are with Tokyo, the greater Tokyo area, and the heart of Tokyo. So, one thing I like to do first of all is I like to lay out the Yamato subway line. So as you can see, you can get around the greater Tokyo area, or not the greater Tokyo, but the main heart of Tokyo. Kind of even looks like a heart, to be honest with you, in a loop type system with one train system. I actually have a friend that went to every single stop along the way, got off, did a little fun activity, and then got back on. It took him a long time to do it. But, so that's the main part of the trip. We'll remove that for a minute. And I will show you the general areas that we'll be exploring. So when you look at this map, and then again you look at like the greater Tokyo area, more or less this area in here, you see exactly how much Tokyo we're going to see, and yet how little of Tokyo we're going to see. So I have the day split up into 3 days and like 2 or 3 half days. But for the first part, we're going to go to Ueno Station, walk down to Akihabara, and then we'll go through there, the Guitar City, down to Tokyo Station area, down to Ginza, with a finishing off of the Tokyo Tower. Day 2 will consist of Shibuya City, and we will take and walk through Yogi Park up through to Harajuku, and we'll take the train up to Shinjuku. And then we will do the National Gardens, and we will also do the Tokyo Starbucks Reserve, and we will do Namako Broadway. A little bit spread out. We're also going to do a couple of temples over here in this area. And should time permit, we will go to here to see the Statue of Liberty, Rainbow Bridge, and some of the other really cool sights to see. And then we're going to pick up these two spots too. These are uh, one of the biggest temples in Tokyo with one of the open markets. And these two right here, they're pretty cool, worth mentioning. They're going to be like the bridges that date back to Edo. So Google Maps is a phenomenal tool in planning your trip and getting ready for whether it be international or local. So then when you start adding in things like things that we're going to do, observation decks, must sees, makes for an incredibly complicated trip, busy trip, and an exciting trip. So there's that, So this morning I'm getting ready also to leave back to Billings, Montana. I got to do some work up there, so that's great. That'll give me a 6-day work week for the week, and it'll kick things off for success on Japan. Other than that, we're doing really good with the art. We're making headway. I'm working with a friend of mine. She's going to be posing to do some pictures for my next set of t-shirts. Throughout my artistic history, I've made several sets of t-shirts of my own. Um, some of them are like the flagship for my website and my actual main movement. Others are just kind of like putting ideas out there and being part of an idea and a collect even more so. So let's show you some of those things. And thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate you being here. As always, this is the countdown to Japan with 51 days left until we head out. Thank you. Bye bye.